My 39-meter sister 24F says she was raped because a guy lied. Is this rape? How do I proceed? At my wedding, my sister 24 meters met a friend of a friend 24 m. They hit it off. My sister lives about 3 hours from me, and she would come up to visit but also spend time with the guy. He's in my friend's circle, mountain bikes, and was contemplating moving across the country to work at another bike shop. Apparently they slept together, and he left that part out. About a month later he moved away. My friend told me that he almost didn't move out to pursue a relationship with my sister. He was super conflicted, and in tears over it. I assumed it was over. Summer love with 2 kids going in separate life directions. Fast forward 6 months later. Today, when I invited my sister up to visit, she says all these things about not being able to consent because he lied, which led to rape, and that I should have protected her. This was devastating to me. How do I respond? I don't want to dismiss her feelings, but I don't agree with her accusations. I tried to stay out of the whole situation as much as I could and treat her like an adult. Is this rape? What need other people's take here? This is uncharted territory for me. Thanks. Edit. I want to be clear that my position is that this isn't rape. I would challenge any of her allegations if she made them publicly. But I really don't think she will. Seems as though she's misinterpreting some very liberal notions about consent. She skews ultra-progressive. My question was more geared towards dealing with her feelings and maintaining a relationship with my sister. Seems as though I can't agree or disagree, and that position makes me seem apathetic. It's a tough position to be. Not being able to consent because he lied. If the lie was literally just whether he was staying or moving away, no, I would not consider that rape. That's regret, not rape. Please, for the sake of all real victims everywhere, set her straight. She's doing a huge disservice. I'll be the and write it. She wasn't raped. What she is saying, doing is marginalizing actual rape victims, and it's not okay. Your sister should be ashamed to throw that word around. Regretting sleeping with someone is not rape. I've regretted sleeping with people, but that doesn't make the consent I gave in the moment invalid. As an actual rape victim, I find what your sister said to be incredibly insulting, invalidating, and minimizes the suffering I and many others have gone through. This is one of the only times I can honestly think of that dismissing and invalidating her feelings are the best course. She needs to hear truth. Not her truth, but objective truth. If he had said, "No, I don't have AIDS," when he knew for a fact he did have AIDS, in a bunch of states that is in fact considered the R word. But having consensual relations with another consenting adult and that person moving away in no way could or ever should be considered the R word. It minimizes the horrible trauma that actual victims go through. You cannot play into her delusion here. You need to stand up for the guy and set her straight. I'm genuinely shocked she's got to the conclusion of rape. This is absurd. I'm not even sure how someone withholding a huge life decision from someone they barely knew is even wrong. I mean, what the actual F? From what Op says in their post, there didn't even seem to be any nefarious intentions. No coercion or control, etc. What's more horrifying is she's telling others this man is a rapist. For Christ's sake, that kind of slur sticks with someone whether there's any shred of credibility or not. It quite literally ruins lives, while she sits acting the victim. I'm appalled. This mindset is not okay. Simple regret is not something to distort and use as a significant and life-altering trauma. Your sister needs to educate herself on this. It is not your job, but I'd shut it down pretty fast with some home truths. What did I just read? She was not raped. Hell no, it's not rape. They both consented to sex. He is not obligated to tell every one-night stand that he's thinking about moving. This is insulting to real rape victims. Tell her to get it together. Just because a guy she wanted to date moved away doesn't mean she can accuse him of rape. This is not rape. She consented to the sexual act. And this does not constitute a deception that would negate consent. Examples of the type of deception that constitutes rape are someone blindfolding you and letting their friend have sex with you, or someone pretending they are someone else in order to have sex with you, someone not declaring their HIV/AIDS status and having unprotected sex with you. Edit to clarify, in the UK this is actually classed as GBH, not rape, a sexual offence. Someone removing a condom during sex. The deception your sister feels is unjustified, as your friend wasn't certain about moving. And even so, it's low level and under the law wouldn't constitute rape. It's comparable to finding out that you are someone's mistress. You might never have pursued a relationship if you knew that they were married. But it doesn't change the fact that you consented to the sex every single time. Also, it's highly likely that even if your friend had declared his potential move, your sister would have pursued a sexual relationship in the hope of him changing his mind, or with the mindset that it was a fling only. So, again, not a rape level deceit here. That's not a rape, that's a lie. That's why we have different words for those things. Retroactively withdrawing consent is a scumbag move. Your sister needs to get a serious grip. If she is old enough to have sex, then she's old enough to know perfectly well people lie all the time. And when you have sex, you also are taking a risk of a number of serious consequences occurring, such as STDs, pregnancies, and just being taken advantage of or lied to. So she did in fact consent to all of these things when she consented to having sex. The very audacity of her to claim rape because she feels slighted after he chose to move away is, well, it should be a crime in itself. Because essentially she's trying to ruin his life because she was hurt by him making an adult decision he has every right to make, and which, as you say you've heard, was quite a difficult choice for him. Your sister is one those people that makes it very, very difficult for good guys to trust women, and also for rape victims, the real ones, to be taken seriously and get the help that they need. I'm really appalled to hear what your sister is saying, and I hope that you will see what I'm saying, so that you can be as appalled and tell her that what she's doing is just incredibly messed up. In my opinion, when you do this to somebody like she's doing to this guy, you're really risking losing a huge percentage of the dating pool in your area if anybody gets wind of it, because who would ever want to come near somebody who's willing to take it to that extreme length just for being hurt by a decision somebody had to make for their own well-being? Simone Biles' level of mental gymnastics. 1,000,000%! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! This ain't bloody rape. Direct your sister towards some counseling. Whether or not her changing her mind after the fact meets the legal definition of rape, she clearly feels she was wronged. Better she works it out with a therapist than that you try to talk her out of the doublethink she's absorbed just by virtue of having gone to school a decade later than you did. They both consented to sex. That's not conditional on where he chooses to live. It doesn't sound like he promised not to move, so you really should kick her wheels straight before she ruins his reputation with false accusations. It's fair if she wants to feel jilted or hurt, but she wasn't raped. Rape survivor here. Please give your sister a slap on the face for me and all the others that have suffered having our souls killed and had to pick up the pieces and move on. No. You can be raped BC somebody lied. For example, if a man removes the condom, it can technically be considered legal rape. Her story? No. She's just salty and she's being rude to people who have actually been raped.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.